Welcome to video 15. Now that we can access the data for both an individual product and all products, let's build out the functionality to display these products in our template. So I'm going to edit m_products.php and go down to the bottom of the file, and kind of similar to what we did for the categories table, I'm going to add a comments like so. And within this category, I'm going to add public function create product table. And it's going to have two arguments. It's going to have a calls argument, which is by default set to 4. And this will contain the number of columns in our table. And this isn't absolutely necessary, but I thought that just for flexibility's sake, for example, maybe your default image size changes and you want to fit more products in a row, this is a way that I can make this method a little bit more flexible. In addition to calls, we want to set category. Let's add our documentation. So this will create a product table using information from the database. It has two parameters, a calls, which is an int, and a category, which is also an int. So this will represent the category ID. So now within this method, we need to get the products. So if category doesn't equal null, we're going to want to get products from a specific category. Otherwise, we want to use a temporary products variable, and it's going to use this get. So this will return an array of arrays that we created in the last video. And then we do data equals a blank string. And then we want to loop through each product. And if the products variable is not empty, then we're going to create a temporary variable that I call I. It's just going to count every time this loops. I'm going to do a for each products as product. And every time this loops and it accesses a row from our database, we're going to set data dot equals, and we're going to start a list item. Then if I, the item that's counting how many times this is looping, if I equals the number of columns, in this case 4, then we also want to add data.equals, and we want to give it a class of last. And then once we add this class of last, we're going to reset I back to 0, like so. And then below that, we'll keep on working. We have data.equals. We're going to finish off that opening li. We're going to add a link. And we're going to be using the site path constant. product.php with an ID of product ID. So this is a link to the product's detail page that we'll be creating in a future video. And then we're going to finish off the link like so. And then on the next line, we're going to add in our image. So image src equals. We're going to add in the site path or the image path and the product image value. We'll add in an alt. In this case, it's the product name. And finally, we're going to close off. Let me make sure I did that right. So alt. Okay, so we close off the alt. We close off the image. And then we're going to add a line break. Like that. And we're going to add in our title. Within strong tags, strong, product name. We'll close off the strong tag. We'll close off the, let's see, close off the link. So basically this link up here encloses both the image and the title. Then we have a line break followed by the $, and we'll put our price. Product price. Then as the final item, so data.equals and another line break. And we want to have a link to our add to cart button. So a class equals, we're going to give this link a button small class. Add in the href. It's going to link out to site path. Cart.php !@ add equals, and then we want to give it the ID, so product ID. Like so. Then once we're at the end, we're going to return data. And a couple things that I noticed, quick tweaks to the code. Looks like we missed a semicolon there. Let's make sure we are adding to our I variable properly, because this is counting every time it loops through the for each loop. What else can I fix? Looks like I had an extra unnecessary quote here, because otherwise that link won't work properly. And what else? Just a couple minor fixes to documentation. Let's save it. Let's jump over to our index.php file. We can go ahead and delete the testing code, re-enable our category navigation. Within this section, let's say get products. Like so. And then we're going to want to pass that data to our template. if we open up our view file, v public home, we can delete the list items that are in place and access them with PHP instead. So this, get data, oopsie, products, close off our list item, save it, and go test in the browser. There we go. You'll notice we have our products displaying successfully. Each of the products is linked to an individual product detail page. Notice in the bottom left hand corner we have product ID equals 1, ID equals 3, 6, etc. That's working properly. It's arranged alphabetically, and all the add to cart links seem to be working properly too. So thanks for watching. Join me in the next video.